Hey there everyone, it's been requested of me by Deadly Warrior on the forum to do some of the challenge maps. I wasn't going to cover this originally because not many people actually can enter these maps. You've got to pay 6,000 gems to enter, plus then they're actually really ridiculously difficult. So not many people are going to be doing this, and by the looks of things, if you look at it in the news and announcements, actually is this just called daily announcement thing, it says first look at new master difficulty story maps, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be bringing these in as a constant thing, adding it as a new difficulty to story maps. By the looks of things, with the changes they've done, gold farming is going to be almost entirely just in this special gold farming map, and then you've got the master difficulty, which by the looks of them, they are for evolution materials and jeweled experience. The bosses at the end of them can drop any type of jeweled evolution material, and they can drop up to 3, and then all the jewels you get are superior quality, so they give a lot of experience. So then it will be a case of clearing the maps out really quickly, and to get as much jeweled experience as you can in a short period of time. Anyways, so there are a lot to cover, and I am definitely not going to cover them all. He says specifically to do it as Lost Hills onwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show Lost Hills and Blind Man's Pass, and then maybe the beginning of the Forsaken Sanctuary. We'll see how long this video goes. The last 5 are ridiculously tough. Fortress Approach is the one I found hardest when I first started the game and I went through, just because there's a load of imps that do range damage, and there's just constant loads of enemies. And the imps in this, they all one-shot you. It's ridiculous. And so to try and survive it, they kill off your drakes as well in 2 hits. And when you've got like 5 imps at once, they just slaughter all drakes you put out. It's almost impossible as a solo, to do in solo. And then the boss at the end just annihilates everything. You cannot get near him, and he spawns loads of enemies. It's a complete nightmare. So Fortress Approach is not one I'm definitely not one I'm going to be showing, and the other ones here, they're all ridiculously tough too. Anyway, so I'm going to show the Lost Hills and Blind Man's Pass, but I want to show my character first quickly because he wanted me to show Solo Wizard with my high skill levels. So here I've got kind of 90,000 power. The stats that you have with this, just to quickly show crit rating, crit damage rating, that kind of stuff. It's actually quite similar to what my character has. And then the fire, water and nature, I just went with 160% on each of those. Probably should have put some shadow in for Dark Torrent anyway. And yes, so the skills here, the passives are kind of less important. I've got the important ones. And actually one thing to note is it's actually very important to have the spirit one. If you're using a mana potion, it actually only massively increases the mana you'd get when you would be getting mana. So without spirit and getting this 1 mana per second, you're not going to be getting any mana per second, and mana potions will only give you mana when you're attacking, if you've got the mana drain. So anyway, that's quite important for the mana potion. But as for the skills, I've got them all at their optimal level. So that is 99 on pretty much all the damage skills I'm using, 10 on Drake because of the shorter cooldown, and then yes, I've got 99 on the defense skills too. Frost Armor, I've got that 99, even though you got the shorter duration. That's because I got cooldown potion active. It's better to have it as that. And actually, if I use Frost Armor and Protection Bubble, both 99, that means I can survive an attack. But otherwise, you just die instantly. So generally, you want to focus on damage skills and Frost and Drakes here. But that is pretty much what I want to show there. Other than Dark Torrent, this is going to come to great effect for keeping back enemies. I'm also using the 10 skills here, flipping between them. So this is all the buffs on one of them, and then all the damage skills. So I flick to that, I'll use the skills, I flip back, and then use these. And the general idea is keep down drakes, and then where Torrent comes into effect is you can be attacking using Empowered Frozen Sphere to slow them down, and then when they do get near, then you just smash them away, and yeah. You can hold them back with these 2 skills very nicely. The only problem is avoiding range attacks, which you need the drakes for, but they often die off very quickly. So yeah, that's the general build, and I'll go into the Lost Hills now. Now, as Deadly Warrior said, this map is a real doozy. the beginning of it is mighty tough. So yes, you need to draw out enemies, and unfortunately I can't really reliably do this without a dragon. I tried quite a few times, but unfortunately you need a dragon to suck up the bits at the beginning here. And to be honest, you would be doing it with a dragon anyway, so I kind of opted to just do it with a dragon. So I'm doing this with a max flame wing. But anyway, so the Shroud Impaler actually walks forwards there, which is great, because otherwise you end up facing all these jackals as well as the Shroud Impaler. The Shroud Impaler just keeps spawning enemies, and it becomes a nightmare. So yeah, just stick around for a little bit, and then the Shroud Impaler will come forwards, and you can take him down first. Ooh, okay, we're getting surrounded a little bit. Healing Shrine has the nice effect of knocking back enemies. It's a very low chance, but it does happen, and it can be useful just to pop off behind you as you're backing away. Okay, so now I'm going to clear out these enemies as I slowly move towards the next interesting bit. Just got to dodge some boulders there. That was actually quite a close call. Oh no, we're good. Boulder nearly got me. If you're using Deluge, as I am, you actually got to be pretty careful hitting these boulder guys, because they can, like if you knock them back too far, then you're going to end up putting them into the sort of the fight behind them or whatever, and you don't want to do that. So I'm just clearing out this enemy before I move on to the next interesting bit. There's another boulder guy around the corner. Really annoying. Okay, so this drummer guy, take out the enemy first. The enemy has slightly less health than the drum, I believe. I tested this a little bit, but not that much. But yeah, trust me on that. I think it's the enemy which has less health, and you just need to take down one of the two, and then it stops spawning enemies. And as you can see, if you've taken down all the enemies first, so it's just the drummer guy and this boulder guy, very, very manageable. This next bit has a... Oh, I accidentally attracted a lot of enemies there. Let's just use all the buffs. Okay, so there's a boulder guy a little bit down the path, and you want to draw the enemies back to about this point, where then you can attack them boulder free. Okay, now it's just on it. There's a few more enemies there. Nice. Okay, they're down. Now to attack the boulder enemy. So again, I'm not going to use Deluge just because it's going to knock him back into the next fight, which I don't want to do. Now, down here are some drummer guys, as well as a load of enemies. So, you've got to be very careful on your approach. And I'm going to start by taking out these two guys. I'll try and get the second one. I think I might be able to get him. If I put Drake here, or I don't know. Maybe a little bit lower. Oh, I was drawing out some other enemies. Let's just knock that away. A bit of fun. Hold it. Okay, we've attracted the attention of the drummer. So I'll just quickly get this guy out of the equation. Now for the drummer. I don't know if I can actually take him down before I need to retreat. Let's just be safe and retreat. So we've got all these annoying little enemies. Take them down. Oh, they went down pretty fast. That's good. Okay, so the drummer's nearly down. Ooh. Oh, that's where Torrent saves you. I've had so many close calls with Torrent saving me like that. When I first looked at Torrent, it looked like a really useful PvE skill, and I'm glad that it is as good as I thought it was. It has a lot of uses when you get pushed to your limit. in stuff like this. Oh, I shouldn't have knocked that guy back. Oh well. These guys are annoying at taking down your drakes. Okay. Nearly got the first guy. Okay, he's down. Now there's a flag bearer. So you don't want to go down the bottom bit here. There's just pointless waste of time. There's a flag bearer on the right, which I'm going to approach. For some reason, the guys who are buffed up by it, doesn't matter how far you go back through the map, they're still buffed up by it. So you've got to deal with it. And if it is, in fact, a health one, a healing one, you'll find they're very, very difficult to take down. However, what you can do is you can run right to the beginning of the map and then put drakes on them, you know, maybe torrent them or whatever, and then you can run all the way back to here again, and they won't follow you. They seem to have a kind of distance thing, so they don't, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, where they go back to their sort of neutral position. They don't go back to their neutral position, they'll just sit there, back at the beginning of the map, not causing any trouble, and yeah, so you can then come and take down the thing that heals them up. Okay, now the boss fight has drummer guys. I'm going to try and take down the drummer guys, but we'll see. I'll probably need to retreat back through the map. Okay, we've got one down. Just trying to protect my flame wing there. He's going to die off. No, he's going to die off. I need to retreat. Annoyingly, you can't heal dragons. Oh, whoops! I was I was on the wrong page. I thought I was on the buff page, so I just started spamming skills. All right, so we've actually, yeah, those small enemies, they do go down fast. I get surprised by how quickly they go down. So that probably means we can go get the other drummer. If oh no, I don't like that. Too many enemies. Okay, let's just back off. I just attracted the wall, then ran away. Okay. It's looking kind of doable. Not the best kind of situation I want to be in, but I can deal with these enemies. Okay, we're slowly reducing the numbers. And yes, we should be able to do this now. I feel confident. Boss is kind of nearly down, to be honest. The flame wing is, yeah, he's died. Okay, I need to be slightly more cautious now. I wasn't looking at flame wing's health. But that's it. That's the boss down. So that is the Lost Hills, and I hope you enjoyed that one. We're now going to move on to whatever comes next. Can't remember now. Forsaken Sanctuary? No. I'm just going to go straight into it. Oh, I can't remember. Blind Man's Pass. That's it. Blind Man's Pass. Okay, on to Blind Man's Pass. Now, in Blind Man's Pass, there's no need for a dragon. However, there's some very tricky bits. This first bit is surprisingly difficult, and what's very important is trying to make the most of the fear on water beam to get these two small guys off to the side, and then space out your drakes so they don't all get killed off really quickly. These two giant guards, they cannot be knocked back, which is a nightmare because I'm used to, well, I'm in the habit of using Dark Torrent to keep enemies away and ultimately controlling melee enemies. So yes, as you can see, it went fairly smoothly that time, but it's very important. It's a huge difference between spacing out your drakes and using water beam to peel off the small enemies compared to if you don't do that. Right, this next bit, you can actually draw these out from really far away. There's a flag bearer, which sometimes, if you go slightly too far forwards, then the flag bearer will be active on these guys, and bringing them down here does not let you get out of the flag bearer range. There's one more. I'm trying to wait for the cooldown so I can go in and take out the flag bearer really quickly. So let's buff up, and now rush in. Oh, it's a healing one, not good. So if I can quickly kill it, then it will stop. Ooh. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. I haven't set off more enemies. Slightly worried there because there's a drum guy up at the top, and you do not want to set that off early. You need to take out as many enemies as possible. There's actually 2 drummers up there. That's the problem. One I can deal with easily enough, but 2 is a big problem. And that's pretty much the toughest bit of this map, is the 2 drummers. So there's that first bit, which is because you don't have much of the map to back away into. You've got to get it under control and peel off those enemies, and yeah, do that. Now you've got the 2 drummers problem. So first off, I want to get off, see if you can kill one of the drummers as fast as possible. Hopefully I can kill one off. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I'm going to just give my drakes a little bit more help there. Yes, okay, we got 1 drummer. Oh, no. I was slightly too slow with that, but I'll continue because that was close enough. I should have really been backing off faster. No excuse there, really. That was just a bit of poor gameplay. So hopefully I can take these guys out quite quickly. Since there's just 1 drummer now, I can kill these off fast enough that I can then move in and kill the other drummer. That's the plan. Okay, now I'm going to have to back off and clear these guys. Clear these guys out. No, I'm going to have to back off more. Wasn't far enough away and he's spawning more. Yeah, this 2 drummers fight can go on a while if you're not able to do much damage each time you go in. Basically, you've got to back off after you attempt, and then after you attempt going in, and then you've got to give it go in and give it another go. Ooh, okay, we're fine, we're safe. Oh no, I had no Drake. I thought I had a Drake out. Okay. Okay, I'm screwing up slightly with the T swapping there. I meant to empowered Frozen Sphere then, and instead put Protection Bubble on. Still, I need to get used to this because it does feel very weird playing with T. And actually, I went from this to then playing the normal game, and which hasn't got it yet. And I was pressing T loads instead of skill swapping because I've been skill swapping for ages now. I'm so used to that. And then now this is like an alternative to skill swapping. It's like it's built in properly, which is good, I think, to be honest. Although 10 skills is a lot. But anyway, yeah. It's like skill swapping built into the game normally. And will ultimately be a lot better because you can do it on mobile and stuff, which you couldn't so easily before. But anyway, now it's a fairly easy bit of the map, I think. Where we just... oh, there's one more tricky bit which you can avoid, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my time and be very cautious with this, which will take a little while, but ultimately make it a lot more successful. And the boss fight is actually really easy. Again, like most of the bosses through the story, it's much better to pull them out of the boss area and bring them to the area just before. And the boss itself doesn't have much health, so you can wipe it out quite quickly. And yeah, there aren't many other enemies because you've pulled it out, and so you can deal with the boss quite easily. So now we've got these 2 guys. Again, be careful about them knocking them back like on Lost Hills. You don't really want to knock them back because there are enemies behind, and better just to deal with them for now. Oh, without Archmage and the auto crit, it does take a little while to you don't do so much damage. It's quite annoying. Oh, okay, that one's drawn the other enemies. Oh, I've made that mistake before where it's been one last enemy left. and I've just gone like, oh, it'll be fine, and then the last enemy kills me. I did that before. There was like I can't remember how many enemies, but there were like, you know, probably about 20 enemies, a ridiculous number. Took them all down, and then one little guy left. I decided to just ignore. I mean, he was on almost no health whatsoever, and then he managed to hit me just as my Drake hit him and killed him. So I died, and there were no enemies around me. I'd been like fighting off swarms and doing it all really well, and then I died. Okay, so as you can see, very cautious play at this point. You can go down below, and you don't want to go up there because there's a drummer and also then a flag bearer, and that is a nightmare to deal with, especially as you can see this time it's a healer, which will be better than any of the other ones because they've all got a ridiculous amount of health right now. Oh, okay. Those boulder rollers really do a lot of annoying damage to my drakes. I should have dodged that. Oh, it's annoying. Second death of the run. I'll keep going. But yeah, that was normally what happens at this point is I actually draw out fewer enemies, and I can just fight them in there. I don't have to back out at all. So that's why I wasn't so quick to back out and try and get the situation under control. And again there. These guys aren't normally a problem. I've been hesitant the whole run so far, so I'm trying to just get this get this over with. Okay, let's just get this over with. Oh god, there's another one there. Oh, are you serious? I was looking down here and then suddenly realised there's a boulder coming. Ah, you annoying enemies. Okay. Normally what happens is I'll come down and I attack this rock roller, or like maybe some other enemies come and the rock roller doesn't, and somehow I'm able to just, you know, kind of take down the enemies. I don't know how I normally draw them out. Maybe because I've like ended up drawing them out by accident, and in previous runs I didn't know that I actually needed to do that. But anyway, you know there now. Draw them out a little bit more, and you can get a smaller number of enemies, and maybe even back off into that previous section like I ended up doing. So it's good to clear out them, just so there's no enemies in this area, because this is where you're going to be facing the boss. The way to do it is place a Drake up there, then fully buff. I'm going to put a healing fountain as well, and now I'm going to stack up some Drakes, because the enemies are going to come down through, and this first guy you can fear, so he's not a problem at all. Or can you fear this guy too? Yep, you can. So as you can see, taking them out. I didn't actually draw the boss. Wow. I thought it was high enough. Is that high enough? No, it's getting attacked by boulder guys. Okay, there we go. Boss is coming. Oh god, those guys, this run. Oh, I never have problems with those guys, and then this run I've just been massacred by them over and over. Okay. Right, well what you can normally do is you can fear them and kind of get them out of the way. Actually, previously I've done this probably, this boss fight, I think this is the 4th time now, and what usually happens is I can draw the boss out, there'll be one enemy before, and then the boss will come through, and then basically I've got like 3 or 4 Drakes there, and I just go attacking like crazy, and that guy has got a... he seems to know I'm there, and he just comes to kill me. I spotted him that time. But anyway, so the boss doesn't have much health, so you can basically take down the first enemy, you have some Drakes stacked, and then just attack like crazy when the boss comes through, and yeah, the boss will die off before you actually have to face the other enemies. Oh, that guy, he's killed me like 3 times. Okay, anyway, let's just finish that. So the last thing I'm going to show is just the beginning bit of the Forsaken Sanctuary, which I'm not going to like save this video and then do it as another clip because I'm fed up and I want this video done. It's getting quite late now. So I'm just going to go straight in, and it's the reason why I'm showing this beginning bit is because it's ridiculously tough. It's got three spawn, I don't know what you call them, big gravestone-like things which skeletons come out of, along with other enemies. And when I first looked at this, I thought, okay, this is something which is going to be like, you know, near enough impossible for a solo person to do. However, it is actually possible. So I wanted to show me doing this, and this is going to be basically me doing a lot of Dark Torrent. And if I have lag like this the whole run, I'm not going to be able to do it. But yes, basically I'm going to circle round, and I'm going to use Empowered Frozen Sphere and Dark Torrent. And oh, we get spiders as well. Wow, I completely forgot about that. So I can Empowered Frozen Sphere them, and they're getting close. Dark Torrent, knock them away. You can knock all these enemies away with Dark Torrent. So as you can see, I can pretty much just circuit round. It's important that you only use Empowered Frozen Sphere when their slow is ended. If you use it when they're already slowed, then it's not going to do anything. Just going to Dark Torrent them away. Yeah, look at that. That's where it's got great PvE use. Excellent stuff. Oh no! There was one little skeleton guy. Ah, and I thought it was going so well. Okay, how are we going to do this? Trying to recover from a death is really difficult in these maps because okay, I'm just going to use Dark Torrent on them now. Yeah, because the enemies kill you so quickly, you need defense and also to like get away from them and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I had one death here because I didn't notice that little skeleton guy. But I hope this is proof enough that actually you can deal with situations like this where you've got loads of enemies. And this is what I was trying to explain right at the beginning of the video in, like, you know, how I was generally going to try and play in this video. So I'm going to wrap up the video now, and hopefully I'll be able to get this last one down. Didn't have Archmage on, which would have helped. I don't know what that spider is doing over on the left. It's kind of worrying me because it's just sat there, and I know I'll walk past it and then it will hit me and kill me. Okay, the last one's down. Cool, I'm happy to wrap up there. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to be covering any more of the challenge maps until they're in the game properly, and then I may do some stuff on them. But as they look so far, kind of fun, a little bit too tough, definitely not good for solo. But anyway, that's how they are. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.